an unforgivable tragedy, the Herero and Nama Genocide. In the annals of history, certain events stand as stark reminders of the darkest aspects of human nature. The Herero and Nama Genocide is one such chapter, a harrowing tale of colonization, oppression, and brutality that unfolded in what is now Namibia during the early 20th century. This extensive story takes you back to those bleak times, providing a comprehensive account of the events, the people involved, and the enduring impact of this unforgivable tragedy. The Herero and Nama Genocide did not emerge in isolation, but against the backdrop of Europe's colonial ambitions in Africa. The late 19th century witnessed a scramble for Africa, with European powers eager to carve up the continent for their economic gain. Among them, Imperial Germany sought to establish its presence in what was then German Southwest Africa, now Namibia. Central to our story are the Herero and Nama peoples, indigenous communities who had inhabited these lands for centuries. They had their languages, cultures, and traditions, living in relative harmony with the land. With the arrival of German colonial forces, the stage was set for a disastrous clash of cultures and ambitions. German settlers coveted the land, primarily for its potential as a source of wealth and prosperity. This desire for land and resources fueled conflicts and confrontations. The spark for the Herero and Nama Genocide can be traced to the 1904 Herero uprising. Facing oppression, land dispossession, and violence at the hands of German settlers and soldiers, the Herero people, under the leadership of Samuel Maharero, took up arms. This rebellion set in motion a series of events that would lead to catastrophic consequences. The German response to the Herero rebellion was swift and brutal. Under the command of General Lothar von Trotha, the colonial forces waged a ruthless campaign, leading to atrocities that haunt the historic record. The violence and displacement of the Herero and Nama peoples are deeply unsettling chapters in this history. As conflict escalated, General von Trotha issued an ominous order that would become infamous, the Extermination Order. The atrocities that followed included mass killings, forced labor, displacement, and inhumane conditions in concentration camps. Thousands of Herero and Nama people perished, and those who survived faced unimaginable suffering. In recent years, there have been efforts to acknowledge this dark chapter in history. The German government officially recognized the events as genocide, offering a formal apology and financial reparations to the descendants of the victims. This recognition is an essential step in acknowledging the lasting impact of this tragedy on the Herero and Nama communities. The Herero and Nama Genocide stands as a sobering reminder of the horrors of colonialism and unchecked power. This extensive story aims to shed light on the events and their enduring legacy, emphasizing the importance of understanding and remembering this dark period in history.